Bill and Sandy Reitzig
Right.
with these are parents of son that was lost to addiction, who have waged a war on addiction, and I think they can better describe what they've done. They raise a great deal of money to help all in Brookhaven fight the scourge of addiction. Bill, Sandy, please come up. Good to see you again.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for the invitation, Supervisor Romaine and the entire council. First, let me start off by reading an article from Father Frank Pizzarelli at Hope House, if you don't mind, in Port Jefferson. It was written, he wrote it for the Times-Beacon Record in May of 2016, and I quote his words. These are excerpts from a powerful letter written by a grieving dad in his loving son's name. Since his son's death, he, his wife, and daughters have committed themselves to raising awareness to this national health epidemic that is claiming so many lives rich with potential and possibility. So again, these are just excerpts, and I appreciate your patience on this. Thank you. And he said, on April 26, I presided at a funeral like no other in my 37 years within our community. The young man died too young. He was only 25. He came from a loving, tight-knit family. At the end of his funeral mass, his father came to the pulpit and shared these powerful reflections. And I quote, at my funeral, these were the words spoken through my dad. I passed away on April 22nd, 2016. And I am looking for help to help those who struggle like I did. This is my story and my truth. My name is Billy. I want to thank you all for coming and supporting my family. I shouldn't be in this box, but I am, and I'm doing great now. You know, I am both a simple and complicated person. I am private, very private and proud. But even though I am so private, my family and friends knew so much about me. For those who may not really know me, I'm going to share myself with you. And I'm doing this as a setup to what I wanted to do here today. As a kid, I loved my sister Jenna because she taught me how to play baseball and everything else. And I wish the kids that were here earlier were still here from the cheerleaders. I love baseball, playing catch, doing pop-ups with grounders with my dad. I love my sister. She was my second mother. She always made sure I was safe. I love my mom. I love my dog Bullet, etc. I grew up in Miller Place. I loved baseball and my close friends. You know, I didn't like school, except, of course, if the teacher was pretty. See, I had a problem with pills, actually, for a long time. This disease tortured me and tormented me. My mom and dad took me to rehab several times. I did internal rehabs every minute of every day of my life. At times, I was successful for long stretches, but then I would give in, and I don't know why. I just can't explain. It weighed heavy on me. So let me tell you what happened on Friday, April 22nd, 2016. It was a great day. I was outside. The sun was shining. It was warm, especially as I shot some basketball hoops in the driveway. I saw Mom and texted her again later. I went to Stop and Shop for candy. Couldn't wait for Dad to get home the weekend. Cousin Dave's house on Sunday, Game of Thrones Sunday night. Then the devil took over. He tormented me like many times before. My heart hurt, my brain wasn't working right. I went and sold a valuable mine and bought heroin. For the first time, I thought I had a plan that would last. But, of course, instead it killed me. I went softly as God said I had had enough. The devil wasn't going to torment me anymore. I was at home where I love to be, and now I'm in heaven smiling. I'm sorry that I've caused you so much pain. I always worried about everyone, too. I need everyone to go back to their routines and be safe. Please listen to me. Hug your loved ones like I've hugged and kissed my mom, my dad, and sisters. Don't let a minute go by without saying I love you. My pain is over. Enjoy. Be happy for me. Make me proud. Be loyal to each other. Lastly, I always struggling with what I was going to do in life, my future. How can I be successful and live up to my own expectations? I now know I'm smiling because I actually got asked to be an angel, to watch over my dad and mom and all the people I love and care for. I found my calling, and I have a lot of work to do. Please be smart, be careful. I love you all, Pastor Sky. My name is Billy. Don't forget me. So, obviously, that was my son. He was a great young man, had a great job, worked for Marriott International, the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. Never been arrested, never in trouble with the law. Took heroin once, and it killed him the first time it took it. So, what we're doing is we're here to make a difference. I know in my mind, my wife knows, we could not have done any more to help this young man. And we know that he could not have done anything more to help himself. So we didn't bury our heads in the sand. Since that day, we've spread the words on education, awareness, and indeed, in our feelings, have helped many struggling people and their families. With the help of everyone here, the town of Brookhaven, Supervisor Romaine, and in particular Jane Bonner and Lori Murphy, we conducted a Hope Walk for Addiction last year at Cedar Beach in Mount Sinai. Almost 700 people in a cold, rainy day. Well, this year, instead of walking, we're going to do a rally at the Penny Saver Amphitheater on Saturday, April 21st at 10:30. I think there's a press release that was issued by the town, and very appreciative of that. We have an action-packed agenda with passionate speakers, self-help experts, including the town's youth council, who are quite good, quite frankly, and community leaders. More importantly, we have some success stories to talk about. We need to reach schools with structured programs and for prevention and warning signs and treatment and recovery recommendations. We need fundraising for more beds in our community. We also will be advocating for public policy change for more government spending, school programs, and regulations. In 2016, nationally, 64,000 people died of overdoses in our country. For instance, auto accidents were at 34,000 that year, and shootings at 32,000, including suicides. Locally, in 2016, many of you probably know that we had over 500 deaths in Suffolk, on Long Island, I should say. Suffolk, in 2016, had 360 of those 500. In 2017, you may not know it yet, but there was 408, and that list could still climb a little bit, up 13%. This isn't going away. So please join us in this action, this war on addiction. I urge you to reach out to all the people that you know and the loved ones, and quite frankly, everyone in this room probably knows somebody, whether they know it or not, that has an addiction problem. And all I can say is, the day my son died, I asked my brother, "What am I going to do?" And he says, I was crying, and I still cry every day. And he says, "Bill, you're going to fight," and that's what we're doing. So please support us, and please join us on April 21st at the Penny Saver Amphitheater at 10:30 in the morning. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Again, the rally for the war on addiction. I want to thank Bill and Sandy for telling a very personal story that I can only imagine how difficult it's been with the loss of your son. But for those who want to join the fight against addiction, coming to this rally on Saturday, April 21st at 10:30 at the amphitheater, Penny Saver Amphitheater, right across the street from us. It's a good way to express your support and get involved in the war against addiction. Bill, Sandy, God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.